Good morning. This is your CDT News Update. I'm Carrie Roberts. Making the news at this time. Minister of Planning, Economic Affairs and Development, Dr. Kennedy Swaratsing, says that the Finance Supplementation and Variation of Appropriation Bill 2026 will help advance initiatives aimed at modernizing public service delivery and reinforcing social programs. In the Senate on Wednesday, Dr. Swaratsing highlighted government's push toward digitization, including online payment services and improved access to government agencies.
Through the National Payment and Innovation Center, NPCI-CTT, and the agencies such as the Public Transport Service Corporation and other agencies are providing citizens for the first time with the ability to purchase and to engage with government online. You can purchase your bus tickets. Social development checks will soon be going out through online methods.
The minister also emphasized the importance of social protection, saying funding under the bill will support programs aimed at assisting vulnerable families and improving citizens' quality of life.
Funding to be provided through the Ministry of the People and Social Development and Family Service continues to be one of the priorities of this administration, which fosters care, children's programs, and support for vulnerable families. These are more than abstract budget lines for us. They are interventions that directly benefit ordinary citizens through investments in social stability, social protection, and of course, national well-being.
Although aviation is a key responsibility of the ministry, Minister of Transport and Civil Aviation Eli Zakur notes that for many years the ministry has functioned without a dedicated aviation unit. He made the revelation while contributing to the Senate debate on Finance Supplementation and Variation of Appropriation Bill 2026. Minister Zakur said on assuming office, he met no aviation specialists or in-house capacity to manage the advance the country's broader air transport agenda, something he believes is key if the country's aviation sector is to continue growing.
Since assuming office, Cabinet has approved the finalization of air service agreements with Dominican Republic, which was signed a few weeks ago, Brazil, Chile, Colombia, Ghana, Panama, Rwanda, which was recently signed, and the accession by the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago to the air transport agreement among the member states and associated member states of the Caribbean states, demonstrating the growing scope and complexity of the ministry's aviation responsibilities and the need for dedicated in-house aviation expertise.
Minister Zakur also revealed that discussions are also advancing with several other countries and airlines to expand the aviation sector.
The aviation sector continues to show positive signs of growth under this government. Over the past few months, 2 new airlines, Winnie and Inter-Caribbean, commenced operations to Trinidad, with a 3rd airline scheduled to begin next month, and that will be announced soon. These additions strengthen connectivity, increase competition within the market, provide greater choice for travelers, and reflect growing confidence in Trinidad and Tobago as a destination and aviation partner.
The minister emphasized the establishment of the new aviation unit will provide the ministry with the technical expertise needed to support the country's expanding aviation agenda. In sport now, Trinidad and Tobago delivered a dominant performance in Group 3 America's Billie Jean King Cup, sweeping Panama 3-0 to boost their promotion hopes. TNT doubles team of Jordan Dukey and Annalise Rose combined superbly to overcome a Team Panama in a thrilling contest. After dropping the opening set 6-7, the Trinidadian duo rallied to take the second 6-3 and held their nerve in a tense match to secure a closing out 10-4 third set win. With this result, TNT remained firmly in contention in their round-robin group, which also features Jamaica, Costa Rica, and Bermuda. And that's what's making the news this morning. But joining us right now is the host of Trinidad and Tobago Today, Virmala Balkaran. Good morning, Virmala.
Good morning, Carrie. Happy Thursday.
Technically Friday, right?
It's the Fridiest Thursday ever.
We'll take that. We'll take that.
And actually, it's so rainy outside. The weather is pretty pretty, gloomy, and it would just be really nice to be in bed right now.
Yeah, well, we're in that season, so it's like, it's wrap up in bed with a thick comforter and the AC
Hot
on high with the windows
chocolate,
open.
a cup of hot chocolate.
Oh, that is new.
It is.
Look at you.
I know. Would you like one?
Very nice. I would love one. I would absolutely love one.
Well, I will probably work on that for you.
All right,
this
you're going to be
weekend.
hook up?
Yeah, I'm definitely going to do that.
That's what we're talking about.
It's also a long weekend, Carrie. I know a lot of people are excited about that. But do you know why it's a long weekend? Because tomorrow
it's Labor Day. It's Labor Day.
That's right. Yep,
very, very significant.
There'll be so many different activities taking place across Trinidad and Tobago, of course. And Labor Day was actually established in 1973. And we celebrate it every year on June 19th. And this commemorates the 1937 Butler oil field riots. And, Carrie, this is really, really critical for many different reasons. And I love the fact that we continue to commemorate this special day.
Yeah, back in the days, workers really had a rough go at it. They faced many challenges, including racism, economic depression, declining living standards, and so many other things. And, stalwarts like Uriah's Butler, who fought for the rights of workers, and that's why we enjoy many of the comforts and many of the privileges that we enjoy today.
Yeah, and this day is all about honoring the workers' struggles and their achievements. And we do not forget, as you rightly said, the contributions of our labor leaders. They really fought for social justice and fair treatment, and they really also helped to improve working conditions. And it's always going to be an effort that continues, especially, in today's world. And we acknowledge the contributions of the social labor leaders in the past and the ones today who are working to ensure that our workers have, good working conditions at their jobs.
Yep, that's right. And of course, there'll be the usual marches by the unions and labor movements across the country. And that's something that is, a key part of the celebration of Labor Day tomorrow.
Yeah. Well, it is also a long weekend, and a lot of people are probably going to be doing, different things, going out to the beaches, camping, all of that. Please check your weather reports, ensure that you're ready for the outdoors.
I would like to do a hike over the weekend, hopefully, but this weather is saying something different. So let me play it by ear and see if it's safe to do so.
I totally agree with that. Be safe, and if you're on the roads, remember, just take your time. And also to the people who may be just celebrating this weekend, celebrating life, no drinking and driving. Please, continue to exercise caution on the roads.
Arrive alive, please, right?
Yeah. Well, Carrie, I'll talk to you soon. We have Tobago Thursday all queued up for you. Also, we link up with our sister station today. I know you always look forward to that segment, especially. Always. So yeah, I'll give you all of that for the next 2 hours on Trinidad.
Looking forward to it as usual, Virmala.
All right, bye-bye.
All right, bye. Thanks so much. When we come back, the Trinidad and Tobago Today morning show gets going after this break.
Your stories, your communities, your country. TTT News is everywhere, on the ground, across Trinidad and Tobago, and on every smart device. TTT News, nightly at 7. TTT News, committed, accurate, relevant.
Hi everybody, I am Leah.
And I'm Dion.
And we are the Duncans. Listen, we're here to tell you about a project the Lord has given to us called the Marriage Confessional. It is geared toward married couples, those that are on the road to marriage, and those that want to get married one day.
So join us on TTT and on Facebook and YouTube at TTT Live Online.
The Marriage Confessional, only on TTT.
I'm Virmala Balkaran, host of the Socially Safe podcast, the new TTPS podcast where we share real stories, teach real lessons, and create real impact. From online safety and youth crime to community policing and personal responsibility, we go beyond the headlines and talk about what's happening in our communities with the officers and experts who are on the front lines. Because safety starts with awareness, conversation, and action. Tune in to the Socially Safe podcast on the TTPS YouTube channel, listen on Apple Podcasts and on Spotify. Don't miss it.
Watch on TTT, Mondays 6 p.m., Tuesdays 1:10 p.m.
किसी भी इंसान की जिंदगी में वो दिन वो पल सबसे ज्यादा खुशगवार होता है जब उसका बेटा उसकी जिम्मेदारियां बांटने लगे, उसकी कुर्सी पर बैठे। वाकई आज मुझे मालूम पड़ा कि एक जवान बेटे का बाप होने में कितनी खुशी।
बड़े दिल और मन दोनों कह रहे हैं कि आपके चरण छूए।
थैंक यू। I love you, buddy. Love you too, बेटा।
ये सनसेट्स मुझे हमेशा उदास कर देते हैं। देखते देखते ये खूबसूरत रंग अंधेरे में खो जाते हैं।
हाँ, ताकि एक नया सूरज फिर से निकले, क्योंकि आफ्टर एवरी सनसेट देयर इज अ सनराइज। एक नया दिन, एक नई उम्मीद, एक नई शुरुआत।
मेरे नाल भंगड़ा पा ले, मेरे नाल that's the way it's gonna go। मेरे नाल गिद्दा पा ले, मेरे नाल like I said before। मेरे नाल भंगड़ा पा ले, मेरे नाल गिद्दा पा ले, आजा सुनिए गिरिए। Jump with my energy, मेरे नाल अख तू लड़ा ले।
Coming up, hot plates, cold drinks, and chill vibes were the order of the month in Antigua and Barbuda. Top chefs, tasty menus, influencers, and foodies. The boxes were ticked, kitchens buzzing, and grills fired up. It's the one and only Antigua and Barbuda Culinary Month. It's Caribbean Passport TV on TTT.
Thursday, 18th June 2026. The time now, it is 6:11 a.m. Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago and the world. I'm Virmala Balkaran, and welcome to Trinidad and Tobago Today. You know the drill. Let's take a look now at what's trending this morning. Now, at the start of our show yesterday, we told you that Kaya Seeley was arrested upon her return to Trinidad after arriving at the Piarco International Airport. Well, Seeley has since appeared before the court, where she was granted $700,000 in bail and given permission to travel back and forth to the United States to continue medical treatment while her case proceeds. The 25-year-old, who was left paraplegic following a police-involved shooting in January, faces 8 charges, including manslaughter, shooting at police officers, firearm possession, and discharging a firearm near a public road. Now, the state did not object to bail, noting that Seeley had no previous criminal record. Her next court dates have been set, with a sufficiency hearing scheduled for October. And a 51-year-old La Hoqueta man was shot and killed in broad daylight in Port of Spain yesterday. Police say Marlon Hamlin had just entered a taxi along Charlotte Street in the vicinity of Express House shortly after 2 p.m. when a gunman approached the vehicle and opened fire. The taxi driver rushed Hamlin to the Port of Spain General Hospital under police escort, but he was pronounced dead on arrival. Investigations are ongoing. And well, today marks 1 year since Alistair Guevara took office as Commissioner of Police. Guevara was sworn in on June 17, 2025, after his nomination was unanimously approved by Parliament. And during his first year, he has overseen major security initiatives, including the state of emergency operations targeting illegal firearms and drugs, a focus on dismantling gangs through targeted operations. There were changes within the police leadership and increased monitoring of online threats. And as he enters his second year, attention remains on the TTP's continued efforts to tackle crime and improve public safety. Well, it is the day before the holiday, also a day before a long weekend in Trinidad and Tobago. If you're heading out this weekend, as we said earlier, please be safe on the nation's roads. It is Tobago Thursday on Trinidad and Tobago Today, so you know what to do. Grab your cup of coffee and settle in. Trinidad and Tobago Today has begun.
Ready to brighten your space the right way? Don't settle for the ordinary. step into brilliance. At Trinity Lighting Etc. Limited, we bring you over 20 years of experience in bulbs, specialty lighting, and hard-to-find lighting parts. Not sure what you need? Our knowledgeable team is ready to guide you, whether it's for your home, medical, commercial, marine, or business. We deliver quality you can trust at prices you love. Visit us today at 123 Western Main Road, St. James, or call us at 628-8373 or WhatsApp at 461-8620. Check us out on email at trinityetc@yahoo.com. Trinity Lighting Etc. Limited. We light up your life.
Being connected, it means a lot because first of all, you can't do this by yourself.
When you have your phone, you always have somebody at your side. I could call for help, anything going on, you know.
I'm giving children the opportunity to experience outside of their neighborhood.
Digital is kind of a comfort, you feel good that people in your lives are always able to be contacted.
I was with the other network and I was having problems, so I joined Digicel and I never regretted it.
The Mother Church of the Anglican Diocese suffered significant damage during the earthquake of 2018. Efforts are underway to raise funds to restore this national heritage site. You are invited to make your donations with monthly deposits at any branch of the First Citizens Bank, account number 2696950, Marval Road Branch, in the name of the Incorporated Trustees of the Anglican Holy Trinity Cathedral Restoration.
What if possibility was only the beginning? Welcome to Limitless, a journey where ideas become action and action becomes impact. From breaking barriers and challenging misconceptions to designing with dignity and driving innovation with heart. This series explores how inclusion is moving from concept to community in Trinidad and Tobago. Across each episode, we meet the change makers and everyday leaders turning challenges into opportunity, building real solutions that change real lives, from possibility to impact. This is Limitless.
Chief Secretary Folly Augustine says Tobagonians can expect greater delivery from his administration because of a respectful relationship deepening between the central government and the Tobago House of Assembly. The Chief Secretary was responding to the supplemental allocation granted to the THA during the mid-year budget review. He pledged that the first major evidence of this would be in the delivery of the long-awaited Scarborough Secondary School. More now from Candice Jackson.
The THA is pleased that the supplemental allocation from the mid-year budget review was in line with what was requested. $79 million was allocated for salary adjustments and arrears to teachers, plus an additional $15 million to begin construction of the new Scarborough Secondary School. Chief Secretary Folly Augustine said the allocation met expectations because there is a great level of respect now between the central government and the THA.
For the people of Tobago out of the relationship, the people of Tobago can expect even greater delivery and should expect even greater delivery from us because we are seeing greater inputs into our budgetary provision from the central government.
Mr. Augustine is pleased that the central government agreed with the prioritization of the Scarborough Secondary School. The current campus in Shore Park is quickly becoming a victim of coastal erosion and is in urgent need of relocation. The new school will be constructed in Bacalat.
We have sufficient, we'll be able to make an award for that contract, do all of the geotechnical surveys, the clearing of the site, do all the topographical surveys, and also perfect the design, have the design approved.
This is the first time the THA will be responsible for constructing a secondary school, and the Chief Secretary noted that stakeholders are excited to begin construction.
We had a focus group about 2 weeks ago with stakeholders from the school looking at the conceptual drawings for the school. That is being refined.
Mr. Augustine announced that tenders for a design-build contract for the new school would be issued to the public within a few days. Candace Jackson, TTT News.
Ferry passengers traveling to Tobago were forced to endure a 9-hour journey aboard the galleon's passage after the vessel experienced mechanical difficulties. Well, according to a release from NIDCO, the vessel departed Port of Spain at its scheduled time of approximately 3 p.m. However, its engines later overheated, prompting the crew to reduce speed to between 15 and 19 knots for the remainder of the voyage. Upon arrival in Scarborough, the vessel was unable to dock immediately as the vessel Blue Wave Harmony was occupying the port. Passengers were therefore required to remain on board while the cargo vessel completed its unloading and reloading operations before clearing the berth. Passengers reported receiving minimal updates regarding the delay and complained that the cafeteria remained closed, leaving them without access to food and beverages during the extended wait. They were eventually allowed to disembark at approximately midnight. NIDCO has since apologized for the inconvenience and indicated that the necessary assessments will be carried out on the galleon's passage. And the government says the central block of the Port of Spain General Hospital is still far from being operational. Speaking in Parliament yesterday, Attorney General John Jeremy described the previous opening ceremony for the facility as claiming the project was not actually completed. Jeremy said the former administration failed to deliver a functioning central block and maintained that the current health minister is working to make the facility accessible to the public. The central block was among several major projects unveiled by former Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley before his retirement last year. The Attorney General made the comments during debate on a motion to adopt the report of Parliament's Standing Finance Committee. All the time now, just about 6:22 a.m. in sweet Trinidad and Tobago. As we said, a long weekend is ahead of us. Also, Father's Day weekend. So we continue to say Happy Father's Day to all the amazing and hardworking fathers of TTT Limited and also our very own here on Trinidad and Tobago today. And yes, Sayo, a very special Happy Father's Day to our longest standing, I should say, camera operator here with us on TNT today. That's our great Sayo. So happy Father's Day to you, Sai. And our director, Mr. Herodius. So we love you very much and thank you for always taking care of us here on TNT today. Well, we take a break now, and when we come back, there's more on Tobago Thursday on Trinidad and Tobago today.
Every client deserves expertise, integrity, and guidance they can trust. At Camino Realty International, we deliver integrated real estate solutions, sales, rentals, property management, and project development. Driven by excellence, transparency, and innovation, we protect value, create opportunity, and build lasting success. Because real estate isn't just about buildings. For more information on our services, log on to CaminoRealty.com or follow us on social media at Camino Realty TT. Camino Realty International, elevating lives one property at a time.
Being connected, it means a lot because, first of all, you can't do this by yourself.
When you have your phone, you always have somebody at your side. I could call for help, anything going on, you know.
You know, I'm giving children the opportunity to experience outside of their neighborhood.
Digicel is kind of a comfort, you know, you feel good that people in your lives are always able to be contacted.
I was with the other network and I was having problems, so I joined Digicel. And I never regretted it.
Welcome to Tobago Thursday on Trinidad and Tobago Today. So as I was telling you before the break, we have some very special fathers on our team. And this is the famous Sayo, ladies and gentlemen. This is the man behind everything that you see here, the clean tables, the bottles of water that I get every single morning. He really takes care of us. He brings my scripts down. I'm hearing all the giggles. Come on. Thank you, Sayo. We love you so much. And also to you, Hudis. We really do. Hudis is always behind the scenes. And we just want to say we appreciate you and thank you for taking care of me on mornings. Well, we continue now with our show for today. Now, when it comes to upgrading our schools and supporting our teachers, long-term success is always built on partnership. With fresh capital now injected into the system for educational infrastructure and back pay processing, the focus now turns entirely to effective implementation and managing expectations for the upcoming school terms. Here to share the union's perspective on navigating these developmental milestones for Tobago's classrooms is Mr. Dion Rodriguez, Tutor Tobago Officer. Welcome, Mr. Rodriguez, to the show.
Pleasant good morning to you and a pleasant good morning to your listening audience and a special good morning to the teachers throughout Trinidad and Tobago.
Well, Mr. Rodriguez, the $15 million allocated for Scarborough Secondary School represents a concrete financial step toward a long-awaited goal, you'd agree. Now, from the union's perspective, how can Tutor best collaborate with the project managers during this initial pre-construction phase to really ensure that the designs meet the practical needs of both the teachers and, most importantly, the students?
All right. So first of all, I'm very heartened by what I heard that $15 million have been allocated for the pre-construction work where Scarborough Secondary School is concerned. Because as we all know throughout Trinidad and Tobago, that school is long outstanding to be rebuilt. So I'm heartened by the news that I hear that there is an allocation where that is concerned. I don't know if you are familiar with the proposed site of where it is, but based on my understanding, that allocation is going to be used for things like the topographical survey, the geotechnical survey to determine the load capacity of the soil and what kind of foundation has to be put down, waste management, infrastructural work, working very closely with EMA, etc., to ensure that what is going to be taking place at that particular location that is fit for purpose. So basically, I am heartened, as I said, and I look forward to what is happening. In terms of the actual structure, it will be always prudent that we have all stakeholders' involvement where Scarborough Secondary School design is concerned. From my understanding, it's going to be a smart school. And being a smart school, therefore, what does a smart school look like? What are the requirements of a smart school? And at the same time, I know that the Bacalet Sporting Complex is close by. Are they going to have their own sporting facilities within the vicinity of the school, or are they going to be utilizing the sporting facilities at Bacalet? So all these are critical questions, and stakeholder consultation would be necessary to get that done. It's my hope that tutor, as usual, is going to be part of the stakeholders consultation so that we can share our views and we can share our ideas as it relates to the design of the actual school building.
Now, while long-term planning for the new structure gets underway, Mr. Rodriguez, what temporary measures or maintenance works are currently being prioritized now to ensure that teaching and learning remain safe and comfortable in the existing building?
All right, so presently the Division of Education, Skills and Innovation, they have a project implementation unit. That unit has been there for several years. And what happened, because as a Tobago officer as well, the staff reps, our ground officers, will call me from time to time where issues are concerned and related to the division, and they make attempts to replace or fix those things that are outstanding. But because you know that Scarborough Secondary is an age school, there are always issues coming up. In the July-August vacation, there's going to be a school repair program, and I'm aware of a number of works that is going to be taking place at Scarborough Secondary School, or earmarked to take place at Scarborough Secondary School during that July-August vacation to ensure that the school is ready and fit for purpose come September 2026. So the work at the school is ongoing. It's on a needs basis. And from time to time, we collaborate with the division because as a union, we have our monthly statutory meetings. And as a Tobago officer, I do school visits along with the district field officer. We get feedback from the staff rep. So as things come up, we relay them to the division, and they are usually addressed at that level.
Now, a central government confirming the allocation of about $79 million, I hope I'm correct with that figure, for teachers' arrears. Attention is now turning to implementation, Mr. Rodriguez. So what systems or partnerships are being explored between TUTA and the THA to really ensure that the processing of these payments proceeds as smoothly and as efficiently as possible for everyone involved?
Well, first of all, let me say I am heartened. I heard just like everyone else that $74 million is going to be allocated for the payment, and the Minister of Finance was clear in Parliament last week, Friday, and he actually itemized those categories of individuals that are going to fall into that back pay payment. However, as the union, we are not comforted by those words. We are hearing conflicting information in this space. Is it a situation that they are going to be paying the arrears to the teachers in Tobago and they are not going to be paying the arrears to the teachers in Trinidad? Well, I must say that Tuesday, we had a meeting with the Division of Education, Skills and Innovation, and we were told, just as we were told previously, that yes, the back pay is incoming. But you see, the challenge that we have with that, incoming doesn't give us a definite time, and our teachers are becoming wary. Our teachers are becoming disheartened because promises are being made continuously and those promises are not being fulfilled. So us being told that yes, there's $74 million being allocated to Tobago, until we receive those monies in our hands, in our bank accounts as teachers, only then we are going to be comforted. You asked the question about partnership, but in all honesty and truth, TUTA don't need to partner with the division so that our arrears are going to be paid. The division is a well-oiled machine. They have the accounts department, they have the check staff department, they have the auditors, they have the pay branch. So they have the manpower that is necessary in order to fulfill that obligation based on an agreement signed on the 18th of April, 2025. The only shortfall in the Tobago space, and I was told that they are hastening to change that, is that in the Tobago space, all calculations are done manually. But I was told that the calculations are being done and preparation is taking place for the back pay, but we don't know when. Is it going to be December? Is it going to be November? Is it going to be October? We have no idea when that payout is going to be. And that's the critical question, when the payout is going to be. But as it relates, as I said, to tutor and partnership, there's no partnership that is required where that is concerned.
All right, Mr. Rodriguez, thank you very much for being here with us this morning on Trinidad and Tobago Today. And, we'll continue to have discussions with you in the near future. Have a good day today.
Thank you. Same to you.
All right, that was Mr. Dion Rodriguez, Tutor Tobago Officer. The time now 6:35 in Trinidad and Tobago and on Trinidad and Tobago Today. Remember, for all the stories that you see here, follow us at TTT Live online. If you have a story, idea, press release, you want to collaborate with us, anything you want to send to us, send it at ttt@ttt.co.tt and you can be a part of the conversation that's shaping our nation. Trinidad and Tobago Today, news you can trust and the stories that matter.
Every client deserves expertise, integrity, and guidance they can trust. At Camino Realty International, we deliver integrated real estate solutions, sales, rentals, property management, and project development. Driven by excellence, transparency, and innovation, we protect value, create opportunity, and build lasting success. Because real estate isn't just about buildings. For more information on our services, log on to CaminoRealty.com or follow us on social media at Camino Realty TT. Camino Realty International, elevating lives one property at a time.
TTT Weather with Zaina James, daily at 7 p.m.
किसी भी इंसान की जिंदगी में वो दिन वो पल सबसे ज्यादा खुशगवार होता है जब उसका बेटा उसकी जिम्मेदारियां पाने लगे, उसकी कुर्सी पर बैठे। वाकई आज मुझे मालूम पड़ा कि एक जवान बेटे का बाप होने में कितनी खुशी है।
बड़ी दिल और मन दोनों कह रहे हैं कि आपके चरण छूए।
थैंक यू। I love you, buddy. I love you too, बेटा।
ये सनसेट्स मुझे हमेशा उदास कर देते हैं। देखते देखते ये खूबसूरत रंग अंधेरे में खो जाते हैं।
हाँ, ताकि एक नया सूरज फिर से निकले, क्योंकि after every sunset there's a sunrise, एक नया दिन, एक नई उम्मीद, एक नई शुरुआत।
मेरे नाल भंगड़ा पा ले, मेरे नाल that's the way it's gonna go. मेरे नाल गिद्दा पा ले, मेरे नाल like I said before. मेरे नाल भंगड़ा पा ले, मेरे नाल गिद्दा पा ले, आजा सुनिए गिरिए। Jump with my energy, मेरे नाल अख तू लड़ा ले।
Ever wondered what happens before the lights come on? Before the crowd pours in? Before the magic hits the stage? This is your all-access pass. Sneak Peek with Junior K takes you behind the scenes of the biggest cultural moments and the hottest events across TNT. From the sound checks to the stage setups, from final rehearsals to exclusive interviews. If it's about to be big, we're already there. Catch Sneak Peek airing daily on TTT and relive every moment on all our social media platforms. Sneak Peek with Junior K, where the story starts before the spotlight.
I have a team doing the butterfly in studio, just so you know. I wish you could see this. I really do. Maybe we'll get some sneak peeks of that. Anyway, hopefully that is setting the tone for the next guest. For decades, his voice has been the soundtrack to our celebrations. From his early days with the Signal Hill Alumni Choir to his iconic years as the frontman for Byron Lee and the Dragonaires. But today, the legendary Oscar B, one of Tobago's most cherished musical ambassadors, needs our collective support. Well, joining us now is Selwyn Melville, one of the organizers behind the upcoming benefit concert for Oscar B, which takes place over the Shore Park Cultural Complex on June 28th. Good morning, Selwyn.
Hey, buenos dias. How are you today?
I'm doing great. We're glad to have you with us. You know, we know
Thank
the
you.
love for Oscar B is deep. And for those who may not be aware of the current situation, could you update us about the urgency and the inspiration behind this specific call to action now?
So there are certain things I could say, and sorry, and certain things I may not say with lack of authority, but what I can tell you is that before we go further, Oscar has been doing pretty well. He's coming along. He has his own issues, and you have to understand that he had a stroke and also a heart attack first and then a stroke. So that's serious medical attention that he requires. But his sister, Astrid, who is in New York, she would be available any day to have a good chat with you all about his situation and how deep she can go with that, because medically I'm not qualified to speak on his behalf in that area. But what I have is that Oscar is a good friend, very good friend. And I have promoted events, and he has supported me in many ways in that area. So that is why what is happening to him now, it is incumbent upon me to want to be there to support the brother. Of course, we're all brothers from Tobago. I know him well since he was playing for Signal Hill as a player. We did a lot of commentary on the radio and all that with his performances with Dwight York and these players. So we've been very close. And even when he became an artist and supporting the arts, we also did a lot together. And I'm very happy and grateful to be in a position to seek the help that he needs. So what we are doing on the 28th in Tobago, we are putting on this show called All Away is One Family. He did a version of that song from Nelson in the past. And of course, as you mentioned in the opening there, that he has traveled the world basically, right? And I think one of the great things about him is Tiny Whiny and Byron Lee and the Dragonaires and all that. And there are many people this morning who would tell you that they have done so much with Oscar, and I'm very happy to have him to have something done in this fray. Now, the main thing is that we are here to deal with the aspect of raising funds, because medical are not very friendly these days. And you have to have a godfather or a godmother to be out there to represent you, or people who care about you. And Oscar's position, because he has been so affable and available to the people and the fans, that they are now seeking to come out there and do something on his behalf, because he really needs their help. And so that's why we are there. And we have a show that is packed. We are doing a production in Tobago that is far beyond what you would think. And we have been working assiduously to ensure that all this comes to place. And we are getting tremendous help from a lot of the sponsors in Tobago. The Tobago House of Assembly and others are working together to ensure that this is a major success for Oscar B, and that it will be Tobago showing the true love for an artist on the island who has been doing so well in the past. And now he needs their help. Two things. One of the things that Oscar, his previous problem, his wife got a stroke and she is recovering. So it's all points bulletin really for Oscar, in the sense that family needs a lot of support in every way possible. So it's about medical help for his family and also for himself. So it's a double whammy. And while he was working very hard to ensure that his family is safe and his wife is okay, then he gets hit with this injury. And that is why now it is major concern. There's been one event in Trinidad already for him, and Tobago feels that it must support its son. And because of his tremendous support for his island and his response for his people, and what he has done as an athlete, and also the musician, it is very, very important for Tobago to really respond in the best way possible, and that's why we are doing this thing.
Yeah, well, we have some banking information on the screen as well. If you want to assist in any way, it's here for you now. There's the number. And also, Selwyn, tell us about the event. If we want to be a part of this, it's taking place next week, right?
Yes, next Sunday, the 28th. And what we are doing there, we have a number of artists who have dedicated their energy and time to come forward to help in this effort. And it's not just, now we are trying to concentrate a lot on making Tobago show its prominence and what it has to offer for its people. But also the artists in Trinidad who are coming forward, like Gypsy, Crazy, among those, Maximus or MX Prime. They've all consented that they will be giving their time and effort to a brother they're very close to. Also, we have some prominent Ghanaians, as we call us, to come forward, like Show in Winchester, among those, Johnny King, Prince Unique. We have the Signal Hill Choir. They are prominent internationally as well, and they have dedicated their time to come there. The Buccaneer Steel Orchestra, they are coming full regalia, a big group of about 30 coming there at Shaw Park to perform, and they'll be doing like the opening song, sharing their music with the people. The fans will be there, and as well. So basically, we have a tremendous affair that is scheduling for Tobago. Eric Powder, who is a comedian and very well known in Tobago and also in Trinidad circles, will also be a part of what we're doing at Shaw Park. The facility there holds about 5,000.
Yes.
So Shaw Park is extensive. And the mission is, we are not charging a fee for someone to come in.
Yeah.
But it's very important that, as in Tobago, the people like to show their gratitude and their kindness.
And this is all taking place on the 28th, right, Selwyn?
On the 28th, yeah.
Yes, so I have to say thank you very much. We are going to share all of this on TTT Live online as well. You can find the information there in case you missed it. And thank you very much, Selwyn, for joining us to talk a little bit about this benefit concert. We'll definitely talk to you soon, and we wish you all the best in this venture.
No hay problema. Muchas gracias por su tiempo. Eso.
Oh, okay. Well, have a lovely day. That was really smooth. Thank you very much, Selwyn. Have a beautiful day. 6:48. We take a break. Come back. There's more ahead.
Hello everyone, I'm Pastor Lisa Singh from Heavenly Grace Ministries in New York, and I want to take this opportunity to invite you to join me right here every Sunday morning at 6:30 a.m. It has been a fantastic 2026 so far, and the Word of God has just been unraveling in ways that we can only imagine. So I don't want you to miss out. Remember, every Sunday morning, 6:30 a.m. right here. Looking forward to being with you.
Rivalries, predictions, and bragging rights. Who are you backing? Who's already making excuses? And who do you think will lift the trophy? Join hosts Mariah Ramharak and Nasira Mohammed live on The Final VAR, Thursdays at 8:30 p.m. as they discuss every controversy, every goal, and review every match from football's biggest stage, along with a panel of guests. The Final VAR, where the debate is as exciting as the game. Watch exclusively on TTT and stream on TTT Live online.
Hi everybody, I am Leah.
And I'm Dion.
And we are
The
Duncans. Listen, we're here to tell you about a project the Lord has given to us called the Marriage Confessional. It is geared toward married couples, those that are on the road to marriage, and those that want to get married one day.
So join us on TTT and on Facebook and YouTube at TTT Live Online.
The Marriage Confessional, only on TTT.
My mind's so consumed with pain.
You're fired.
I need this job, man.
You need help.
I have other concerns for tenants who actually pay.
So how can I help?
I need a room. I got $40.
That's not enough. I'm sorry.
Hey, it's me.
You okay?
I need your help.
Unleash your imagination with TTT's terrific Toon Time. Join us as we stop evil geniuses from taking over the world from Super Z. Or hop on board for a journey into outer space with Galaxy Kids. Be a part of our quest to save the forests alongside our robot pals from Bugs Bot Ignition. Or let's go exploring with Duda and Dada. Catch terrific Toon Time weekdays at 4:15 p.m. and Saturdays from 9 a.m. It's fun-filled adventure with terrific Toon Time right here on TTT.
About something really interesting happening on Friday, Saturday, Sunday. It's all happening at 7 p.m. It's called Same Khaki Pants. It's a folk musical drama set in Arima, Trinidad during World War II. Now the story unfolds through the eyes of Squeezy, the village drunk, who becomes both a narrator and symbolic figure. Now Toro, a strict father, blames the presence of American sailors for the moral decline of his community and the estrangement of his daughters, Tina and Maybelle. But when Maybelle falls in love with Captain Bobby, a Trinidadian-born U.S. Navy officer, Toro's attempts to control her lead to family conflict and heartbreak. Through music, comedy, and social commentary, the play explores themes of cultural change, family identity, and the impact of the American military presence on Trinidadian society. You don't want to miss it. Tickets are only $200 per show. You buy 3, you can get 1 free. And it's available at Napa's box office, 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. daily. Also at islandtickets.com. You just have to search Same Khaki Pants. So that's happening this weekend, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, all at 7 p.m. Go check that out and let us know what you think. Moving on today with Tobago Thursday. When we think about preserving Tobago's natural beauty, it is easy to focus solely on conservation. But our next guest believes that protecting Tobago's environment is also one of the greatest keys to building the island's local communities and boosting its economy. Joining us as we dive into how the island is actively turning green initiatives into viable ecotourism products is the chairman of the Tobago Reforestation and Watershed Rehabilitation Program, Sean McCoon. Good morning, Sean. Welcome to the show, or I should say welcome back.
Good morning. It's a pleasure being here as always.
Now, you've noted before that the Tobago Reforestation and Watershed Rehabilitation Program is about much more than just a fancy name. You know, it's about adding real value to communities. So just so we can bring our viewers up to speed, what is the core mandate of the program today?
So the Tobago Reforestation and Watershed Rehabilitation Program, we focus on social enterprise development, green business, ecotourism, agroforestry, and environmental education and awareness initiatives. And that includes throughout the education system, finding that intersection point between civil society organizations, the private sector, and us as the state enterprise side of things. So we have a quite wide and extensive mandate. And as chairman, I think we have a particular direction that we're going in, and we have a lot of exciting things that we would like to share with you.
Now, the TRWRP recently supported the development of the Mid-East Adventure Park in Richmond, and that was alongside some local groups. So how important is local community buy-in when it comes to successfully reclaiming and maintaining these green spaces?
So what we've done is effectively put the island, across the island, we've zoned the island successfully. And the Mid-East Adventure Park is actually one of the most noteworthy green spaces that we have some oversight on. We have a cadre of workers that is assigned to that area. The majority of those workers come from the fence line communities, from Richmond, from Glamorgan, and the areas adjacent. And that really gives the impetus to that community buy-in, and that allows for a sense of community pride and the development of continued green business, social enterprise, ecotourism products. It really lends for realizing the mandate of the company, and that adventure park is becoming more and more sought after. People are looking at it and thinking, hey, where is this? This is very interesting. This is in Tobago. I need to go there. So effectively what we're doing is creating a green business sort of opportunity, and people are flocking to the area, and there's keen interest building, and we're really proud of the work that the cadre has done in that particular area.
I know there's also a bamboo cottage, and that's absolutely beautiful. And it's drawing parallels to Trinidad's famous bamboo cathedral. How are we leveraging now these unique localized landmarks to really build out Tobago's ecotourism product?
So the bamboo cottage is a concept that the cadre of workers themselves and the contracted group would have come up with themselves. So we were very proud to facilitate the advertising and the promotion of that sort of concept, because you see across the Caribbean, in every island, each community or each tourism-driven or community tourism-driven area is known for something. So we thought, hey, this is something that is a great selling point. It's a great way to catch the attention of visitors to the island. So we were happy to have them run with the concept, and it has been showing in the way that the area is showcased and all of that. And one of the things I want to stress on is our need for preserving the natural environment, and how the natural environment actually allows for even more so ecotourism product development, new products across the island in the form of green spaces, and the spaces that we manage that are conserved, that are really allowing us to showcase our natural resources with community buy-in, community management. And it's really a wonderful thing that we see happening and unfolding before our very eyes.
All right, well, Sean, I'm going to ask you to stay with us just for a little bit longer. We want to continue this conversation inside the next hour after the news. I do believe we have something very special to talk about with a Disney movie, so that's something that people are going to want to hear. And just please stay with us. I really want to continue this conversation. All right, just about a minute to go before the top of the hour. Carries up next with the major network news. It seems to be a very rainy day. Very bad on the roads. Please be safe. I do believe that if you are coming from south, the traffic is seriously building, so we'll keep you updated on that. And you know what happens when it rains? People do a lot of crazy driving on the roads. It is Father's Day weekend, also Labor Day weekend, a long weekend in Trinidad and Tobago. What are your plans? Let us know. Remember, if you want to be a part of the show, all you have to do is send us an email at ttt.co.tt. I'll see you inside the next hour on Trinidad and Tobago Today.
Good morning. This is your CDC News Update. I'm Carrie Roberts. Making the news at this time. Chief Secretary Fali Agustin says Tobagonians can expect more effective service delivery from his administration, citing a growing spirit of mutual respect between the central government and the Tobago House of Assembly. $79 million was allocated for salary adjustments and arrears to teachers, plus an additional $15 million to begin construction of the new Scarborough Secondary School. Chief Secretary Fali Agustin said the allocation met expectations because there is a great level of respect now between the central government and the THA.
People of Tobago can expect even greater delivery and should expect even greater delivery from us because we are seeing greater inputs into our budgetary provision from the central government.
Mr. Agustin is pleased that the central government agreed with the prioritization of the Scarborough Secondary School. The current campus in Shore Park is quickly becoming a victim of coastal erosion and is in urgent need of relocation. The new school will be constructed in Bacolet.
We have sufficient, we'll be able to make an award for that contract, do all of the geotechnical surveys, the clearing of the site, do all the topographical surveys, and also perfect the design, have the design approved.
The THA will construct the secondary school with strong stakeholder support. Chief Secretary Fali Agustin said tenders for a design-build contract will be issued within days. In more news, the Northeastern Division has recorded a 38% drop in serious crime, with police crediting intensified operations such as warrant exercises and targeted searches for the decline. Despite challenges in crime trends, the Northeastern Division implemented strategies to ensure a decrease in serious crimes. During the TTPS media briefing on Wednesday, head of the division, Senior Superintendent Claire Guy Allen, explained.
For the period 1st January 2026 to the 15th of June 2026, the Northeastern Division has recorded a 38% decrease in serious reported crimes. That means less than 192 crimes when we compare to the same period last year.
A further breakdown of that data revealed a 54% decrease of woundings and a 75% decrease in kidnappings, and major improvements for larceny of motor vehicles.
Because that was an offense that really plagued the Northeastern Division in previous years, including last year we had 54. This year we have 26 reported, which is a 52% decrease.
The division's detection rate at this time stands at 27%. However, murders still pose a significant challenge for the division, with a current murder toll of 24, 4 more than this period last year. In some sport now, England began their 2026 FIFA World Cup campaign with a commanding 4-2 victory over Croatia in a Group L clash on Wednesday. A brace from Harry Kane and second-half strikes by Jude Bellingham and Marcus Rashford sealed the win for Thomas Tuchel's side, who overcame a spirited Croatian challenge. Croatia, who famously beat England in the 2018 Cup semi-finals, now face questions as several of their stars, including Luka Modric, near the twilight of their careers. Also on Wednesday, DR Congo secured a historic 1-1 draw versus tournament favourites Portugal, which saw Yoane Wissa score Congo's first ever goal at the premier competition. And that's what's making the news at this time. When we come back, it's hour number 2 of Trinidad and Tobago Today.
Welcome back to Trinidad and Tobago Today and Tobago Thursday. Continuing our discussion with the chairman of the Tobago Reforestation, Watershed and Rehabilitation Program, Mr. Sean McCoon. Good morning again. Welcome back, Mr. McCoon.
Good morning.
So, I was talking a little bit about the Disney something that we need to tell our viewers about this morning. And interestingly, that same Richmond site that we've been discussing was a filming location for Disney's 1960 Swiss Family Robinson. So how can the island's rich local history and pop culture footprints be merged with the environmental tourism to create unique experiences for the visitors?
So it's interesting that you ask about that because I think one of the niche tourism focuses would be film and theater arts, etc. And Tobago is actually wonderful for shooting, film industry standards and wonderful for filming short films, theater arts productions, and all of that. So Richmond is one of the glowing examples of the spoiling that we have here on the island. In terms of venues and locations for filming. And we actually had another series that was filmed, I think it was a year or two ago, in the Main Ridge Forest Reserve. And I know that our Chief Secretary was quite proud of the fact that we had that type of input happening here in Tobago. So Richmond is noteworthy for Swiss Family Robinson. And I think based on the spaces that we manage and the areas that we maintain and that the communities are involved, we really want to knock on some doors internationally, aside from just knocking on people's doors for international grant funding to carry out the mandate of the company and to carry out the mandate of green space development. This is something that we can also reach out to international partners for them to really come and see, come and explore, come and immerse themselves in the beauty and the splendor of Tobago's natural environment.
Well, to wrap up, I know that, a massive part of sustainable legacy is the workforce behind it. So what message do you have this morning to young Tobagonians who really want to get involved in environmental management, and how can they join the cadre of workers making a difference on the ground?
I think my first comment to young people would be, always remember that without the natural environment, we have nothing. The food that we eat, the air that we breathe, the water that we drink, and everything that sustains human life is in fact from the natural environment. And if we are serious about tourism and we are serious about positioning our island in a way that is meaningful, that is successful, and that is sustainable, you must, as a young person, get involved in your community's efforts for preserving the natural environment. Because really and truly, without these green spaces, we don't have anything.
Yeah. All right. Thank you very much, Sean McCoon, for being here with us on Trinidad and Tobago today and for sticking around to continue the conversation. We'll talk to you soon.
Thank you.
All right. The time now 7:08. We take a short break, and when we come back, the show continues. It is Tobago Thursday on Trinidad and Tobago today.
Being connected, it means a lot because, first of all, you can't do this by yourself.
When you have your phone, you always have somebody at your side. I could call for help, anything going on,
I'm giving children the opportunity to experience outside of their neighborhood.
Digital is kind of a comfort, you feel good that people in your lives are always able to be contacted.
I was with the other network and I was having problems, so I joined Digicel and I never regretted it.
Whatever the skies bring, stay prepared with TTT Weather. Committed, accurate, relevant.
What if possibility was only the beginning? Welcome to Limitless, a journey where ideas become action and action becomes impact. From breaking barriers and challenging misconceptions to designing with dignity and driving innovation with heart. This series explores how inclusion is moving from concept to community in Trinidad and Tobago. Across each episode, we meet the change makers and everyday leaders, turning challenges into opportunity, building real solutions that change real lives, from possibility to impact. This is Limitless.
Since 1972, one sound has been living in the heart of Trinidad and Tobago, the longest running radio station in the nation.
We're your holiday soundtrack, whether it's on your day off, long drives, or house limes. We are always sweet.
This is music with meaning, music with memories.
Music that feels like home.
And it's not just the songs, it's the voices you trust, personalities you've grown with.
Laughter that sounds familiar. This isn't just radio, it's tradition. It's memories. It's part of who we are.
Sweet 100.1 FM, the rhythm of our identity, part of your family.
Always 100, got you on your way. Sweet 100, sweet 100.
This week, we began examining the government's mid-year budget review and some of the key measures outlined by the Minister of Finance. This morning, we're continuing that conversation now and taking a closer look at what some of the numbers really mean, from the fiscal deficit and national debt to Trinidad and Tobago's improving international credit outlook. Well, joining us once more to continue this discussion is economist and financial analyst Dr. Virmala Balkaran, who helped us to really unpack some of the major issues in the review during his previous appearance. Dr. Arjun, thank you again for joining us. Let's continue this conversation.
Thank you very much for having me, and good morning to Trinidad and Tobago.
So the Minister of Finance reported a significant improvement in the primary fiscal deficit, but the overall fiscal deficit is higher than what was originally projected. What is the difference between these two measures?
Okay, so let's start with the basics, right? The primary deficit, the primary balance, then what it does, it looks at what the government earns in revenue versus what it spends on running the country. So things like public services, salaries, infrastructure, programs, etc. But the overall deficit takes that same calculation and adds one more component to expenditure: the interest payments on national debt. And that interest payment is what inflates the expenditure. So therefore, by extension, it would increase the national debt. Now, that one addition makes a significant difference because current spending is a choice of the government. The government decides how much to spend on healthcare, public services, etc. But interest payments on debt is not a choice. That is fixed. There's a fixed legal obligation on debt built up over many years, and they have to be met regardless of anything else. So the government could be managing their day-to-day finances responsibly, even improving on them dramatically, where current revenue is sufficient to finance its present programs and operations, as the figures seem they almost are. But running a bigger overall deficit because they have to still pay the interest bill on the debt that it inherited. So let's look at the numbers. The finance minister announced a primary deficit of about 101 million. And that means they're spending 101 million more than what they're earning in revenues this year, right? And on its own, a deficit is still a deficit. But the primary deficit last year, in the previous fiscal year, was over $2 billion. Now, that's this 101 million now is a 95% reduction on a single year and on the things the government directly controls. And that's a remarkable turnaround and a clear sign that fiscal policy is working. So the overall deficit, however, will be larger than 101 million because they still have to make these interest payments on top of this $101 million figure. The goal now is to push that primary deficit into a surplus, and that is possible if energy prices remain high, we improve our tax compliances, and in the next fiscal year, in 2027, 2028, when energy production increases, we could potentially see that primary deficit moving into a primary surplus. So once the government is earning more than they spend on current operations, that primary surplus could begin to offset the interest costs that we have to pay and shrink that overall deficit eventually putting the national debt on a downward path. And I think the figures this year show that that point could very well be within reach.
Now, the national debt is at 85% of GDP, and critics are arguing that it has continued to rise. And this is really placing us in a kind of risky territory. Dr. Arjun, how much of this debt burden was inherited, and how concerned should we really be right now?
Now, you would have noticed in the mid-year review, a lot of the politicians on both sides, even in the Senate, was speaking quite a lot about our national debt. But the thing is, debt is not necessarily a bad thing once you can pay it back, obviously. Debt allows the government to finance major infrastructure projects like roads, hospitals, schools, water systems, without requiring the full cost to be paid out of the country's pockets immediately. It supports economic growth when the borrowed funds are invested in building productive capacity. And, you know, people always say, including myself, to be honest, that the more we borrow, the greater the burden on the future generation in repaying it back. But then you can also look at it from the flip side, that borrowing allows the future generation you know, when they have to repay, the cost of the long-term projects is shared with the future generation. And that could be reasonable because they and all are benefiting from those investments. So if we borrow to fund infrastructure investments today, the future generation is going to use those very investments years into the future. Right? Now, the current debt burden has to be understood in the context of the fiscal record inherited by the current administration. Between fiscal 2016 and April 2025, the former government would have accumulated an overall deficit, meaning they of about 75.3 billion, meaning they spent 75.3 billion more than what they actually earned in revenues. Now, in practical terms, that meant that what that means is that to meet that shortfall, you have to borrow. So that is what would have largely pushed that debt burden up to when they left the government in April 2025. That debt burden had gone up to about just over $144 billion. Now, what we have to consider, though, when I looked at the figures, is that the rate at which debt is increasing before the change in administration was significant. So between March 23 and March 24, the debt stock would have increased by about 5.8 billion. And then between March 24 and March 25, that increase accelerated to 9.65 billion. But since the new administration came in, the pace of this debt accumulation significantly moderated. So between March 2025 and March 2026, yes, debt increased, but the increase was approximately 3.63 billion. Now, that is almost 6.03 billion less than the increased that was recorded in the preceding 12-month period. Now, it doesn't mean that debt stopped growing, nor does it mean that TNT's fiscal challenges have been resolved. But what it does mean, however, is that we are adding to our debt, but at a considerably slower pace than before. When we looked at the debt to GDP ratio, it increased by 4.4% between March 23 and March 24. It increased by 4.3% between March 24 and March 25. But the increase was only 2.1% between March 25 and March 26. So the absolute debt stock is high, yes, because it does reflect the cumulative, the added effect of years of borrowing by the last administration. But the government inherited a debt stock that is exceeding 144 billion. You can't immediately reverse that, particularly when you have to continue servicing existing loans, honor government guarantees, meet outstanding obligations, etc. But I think the more immediate test of fiscal management as it pertains to debt is whether the rate at which new debt accumulation is slowing down, it's being contained. And on the figures that I just would have presented, that rate has slowed materially within the last year.
I want to talk a little bit about our credit rating and that improvement, and that's something we discussed, but I want to go back to that. As we've improved that, Moody's has improved our credit rating outlook from negative to stable. That's huge. So what are your thoughts on this, and what does it actually mean now for the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago and our viewers this morning?
Yeah, so you would have also observed in the media review, many of the speakers spoke about this very credit rating as well. Now, the credit rating itself has not improved. We're still BA2, but the outlook has now moved from negative to stable, and that's important because it reflects that it shows that, according to Moody's, their thinking is that our near-term economic and financial prospects have improved a bit. They recognize, and it shows in their report, that the higher oil and gas prices is strengthening our energy revenues, and not just that, our export earnings from the energy sector, and of course the overall balance of trade. And that's important because the energy sector generates roughly 80% of our export earnings. And therefore, the bulk of foreign exchange entering the economy comes from the energy sector. So when they're saying we now have a stable outlook, it means Moody's now considers that the risk of a downgrade is relatively now low, provided, of course, that the present conditions don't worsen. Now, another important factor is that the country's large external debt repayment that is due in 2026 has now become more manageable given a bond refinancing that occurred earlier this year when the government refinanced part of their obligation. So that reduced the pressure, the immediate pressure on our forex resources that we would have had to utilize otherwise to repay this debt. And it spread this repayment burden over a longer period. So this would have lowered the risk then that the maturity would place excessive strain on our finances. And on top of that, Moody's also recognized that we continue to benefit from our substantial buffers, like the Heritage and Stabilization Fund, which now has a balance of about $6.6 billion US. These resources give us an important cushion against economic shocks, weaker energy prices, financing pressures, etc. And when we look to the near future, once we continue to have high export earnings, it brings in more forex into the economy, it should make it somewhat easier for businesses to obtain US dollars that are needed to purchase their raw materials, their machinery, etc., other imported inputs. Better access to forex means improved production, it reduces delays, it supports private sector profitability. And of course, more profitability in the private sector means that there's greater tax collections for the state, and stronger energy prices would directly increase the state's petroleum-related revenue. So together, all of these developments improve our fiscal accounts and could reduce borrowing pressure and strengthen our capacity to service debt, which in turn means that I think within 2 years, if we continue along this trajectory, coupled with the fact that energy production is very likely to increase by the end of 2027, I think within 2 years we could see improvement in the outlook even further to positive, and then an improvement in the overall credit rating from BA2 to BA1. And let's also not forget that the same thing could happen with Standard & Poor's. We're at BBB- right now with a negative outlook by S&P. That outlook could go to stable, then to positive, and then overall improvement from BBB- to BBB within the next 2 years, if things go according to plan, of course.
Dr. Arjun, thank you for joining us and helping us really put these numbers into perspective. And we appreciate your insights, and we look forward to continuing the conversation as the year's economic performance unfolds. Thank you, and have a good day, and we'll talk to you soon.
Thank you very much for having me.
All right, that was Dr. Virmala Arjun. Just continuing our discussion about the mid-year budget review on Trinidad and Tobago today. How's the traffic for you this morning? Hearing that it is pretty bad if you're heading from the east as well into Port of Spain. So just be careful, get to work or get wherever you're going safely. And of course, it is a long weekend, so this weekend's going to have some crazy driving on the road. Please don't contribute to that. I hope that you designate a driver if you'll be drinking as well, and continue to drive safely and arrive alive. We take another break. When we come back, the show continues. We also link up today with one of our sister stations. All our social media platforms are listed on the screen for you. Follow us everywhere and head across to TTT Live Online to see everything here a little later on today. Trinidad and Tobago Today, news you can trust and the stories that matter.
Every client deserves expertise, integrity, and guidance they can trust. At Camino Realty International, we deliver integrated real estate solutions, sales, rentals, property management, and project development. Driven by excellence, transparency, and innovation, we protect value, create opportunity, and build lasting success. Because real estate isn't just about buildings. For more information on our services, log on to CaminoRealty.com or follow us on social media at Camino Realty TT. Camino Realty International, elevating lives one property at a time.
Celebrating 5 years this October, Tobago Carnival is calling. Tobago Carnival is calling. The Tobago House of Assembly presents The Awakening. Relive the launch of Tobago Carnival, Saturday, June 20th at 8:35 p.m. Watch on TTT and stream live on Facebook and YouTube. Experience the excitement, experience the energy, experience the culture. This is Tobago Carnival, The Awakening. Tobago Carnival, the launch, Saturday, June 20th, exclusively on TTT, the official national media partner for Tobago Carnival 2026.
Now I see the struggle through our pride, and I see the passion in our eyes. It's a culture that could never be replaced. No.
Hey, up for this exciting challenge and confident about your business? If you are, the 10-20 feature is just what you need. It's where you give your customers 10 reasons in 20 seconds why they should shop by you. This fun-filled feature will be captured, packaged, and aired on television and promoted on social media simultaneously. Small, medium, and large businesses call or WhatsApp 764-3378 or 313-4215. Let's feature your business. 1020 with Junior K. It's affordable, effective, and fun.
Coming up, hot plates, cold drinks, and chilled vibes were the order of the month in Antigua and Barbuda. Top chefs, tasty menus, influencers, and foodies. The boxes were ticked, kitchens buzzing, and grills fired up. It's the one and only Antigua and Barbuda Culinary Month. It's Caribbean Passport TV on TTT.
More news, more access, more ways to stay informed. TTT News covers the stories that matter on air and online. Join us nightly at 7. TTT News, committed, accurate, relevant.
It's time for the island to get active for a cause. On Saturday, July 11th, the Republic Bank car park becomes the epicenter of hope and health for the inaugural Tobago Moves Relay for Life. We're talking 5K runs, high-energy fitness, and a powerful tribute to those fighting cancer. Joining us to discuss this massive community mobilization are Director of the THA's Department of Wellness, Prevention and Health, Dr. Alina Williams, and Marketing and Impact Advisor, Shireen Mungal of the TNT Cancer Society. Good morning and welcome.
Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
So Shireen, as the Marketing and Impact Advisor for the Cancer Society, your focus is heavily on social good and changing how we communicate about health. So why was Tobago Moves chosen as the brand for this inaugural Relay for Life? And how are you aiming to shift how Tobagonians perceive cancer prevention?
So let me start by saying, well, firstly, thanks for having us. We really appreciate the opportunity to be joining you virtually. The Trinidad and Tobago Cancer Society is a 55-year-old organization, and our objective has always been about promoting prevention by screening for early detection, and of course, education plays a big part in that. We have been in Tobago in not a significant way, but we've been in Tobago over the last several decades doing screening initiatives in remote communities across Tobago, working very closely with the THA and the RHAs. And over the last few years, we've been going into schools. So while the Cancer Society is stationed in Trinidad, a lot of our awareness activities take place here. And the timing seemed ideal for us to take it to another level, another national level, by bringing people of Tobago together to stand with us in the fight against cancer.
And Dr. Williams, as the Director of Wellness Prevention and Health Promotion, your focus is on preventing illness even before it requires hospital intervention. So from a public health standpoint, why is an interactive movement-based initiative like this more effective than traditional health flyers or lectures, you know?
Okay, so again, thank you for the opportunity to be here. And I must say that the Tobago House of Assembly is honored to be partnering with the Trinidad and Tobago Cancer Society for this inaugural event here in Tobago. Now, one of the biggest lessons that we've learned in public health is that information alone rarely changes behavior. Most people already know that they should exercise, they know that they should eat healthier, they know that they should go to their screenings or, manage stress. So sometimes awareness isn't the issue, it's action. And events like Tobago Moves actually create what we call behavioral activation. So that is, instead of telling people what they should do, they have this opportunity to experience healthy behavior in a positive social environment. So we expect that when people come out to the 5K, whether they walk, run, hop, skip, that they would enjoy the experience, and that through that, it's likely their behavior will be repeated. Because we have research that shows, the more that people enjoy something where there's social activity and connection, that sense of community, the more it is that they would repeat that behavior. So while flyers are helpful, lectures are helpful, they do increase knowledge. Events like the Tobago Moves actually help to create the motivation, confidence, and social support that people need to sustain behavior change.
I know that you also often speak about stress management and emotional resilience. And people sometimes can forget that cancer diagnosis or caring for a loved one with cancer actually carries a really heavy psychological toll. How does physical movement and community solidarity at an event like Relay for Life really benefit the mental well-being of survivors and families?
Yeah, that's an excellent question. And the truth is, cancer really does affect more than your physical body. It does impact your emotional well-being, your relationships, your identity, your finances, and just that sense of control over your life. So for survivors and caregivers, one of the most powerful experiences is realizing that they are not facing this journey alone. When you have a space, an event such as this taking place in Tobago, where you can connect with other people who understand the experience, that sense of belonging and solidarity could actually reduce feelings of isolation, which is very common when dealing with chronic illnesses. Outside of that, of course, physical movement has significant mental health benefits. So it does reduce stress, improve mood, it supports better sleep, it helps to manage anxiety, and it does increase social resilience. So one of the most transformative experiences of taking part in events like this is the shared community experience, because it really reminds survivors, caregivers, relatives, etc., that there are others walking alongside them. And I think one of the biggest thing that does is create hope.
Now, Shireen, let's look at the logistics now for Saturday, July 11th. It's taking place at the Republic Bank car park. So the event starts at 4 p.m. and I believe features that 5K run and walk and a high energy burnout session. And I know you have a couple other things happening. So for those unfamiliar, what is the significance of that special ceremony that there will be as well? And how can the public get involved in all of this?
Okay, absolutely. I want to also echo Dr. Williams's sentiments before. The Relay for Life initiative stemmed from a relationship with the American Cancer Society under the Global Relay for Life umbrella. Trinidad and Tobago became a member of that about 4 years ago, and we are required to execute one event every year. So, of course, this is our installment of that for 2026. The event itself is very ceremonial, and like you said before, it honors those loved ones who have passed from cancer, cancer survivors, and caregivers, because they all play such an important role. At the end of the 5K and the high energy burn session, what we're going to host is the luminaria ceremony, where there are these bags that are given to participants to decorate with a message for their loved ones passed from cancer. And pretty much it's a light, so you get to hold this bag with this light in it, and you honor the lives of those lost. And like I said, it's very ceremonial. It's a very moving moment, and there are lots of tears because you remember your loved ones. So we would really want to encourage people to come out and support, not just register for the 5K event, but certainly the luminaria ceremony. Being a part of the American Cancer Society, it puts us on that platform. It gives us that global reach, and we get to join with in fact 35 other countries around the world that host Radio for Life events. So there's so many ways that people can support. If you're not participating, just simply donate. The foundation of all of these events happen to be charity based and fundraising based, because the Cancer Society needs to continue its good work, especially in the work that we do in Tobago, and we really want to encourage the people of Tobago to come out and support us.
Well, we really are looking forward to this. Before we wrap up this morning, ladies, if there is a survivor watching right now or family currently navigating a difficult cancer diagnosis, what is the core message of hope and solidarity that Tobago Moves wants to send to them?
Dr. Williams?
Sure. So what I would like to say is that to every survivor, caregiver, relative, loved one, and even individual affected by cancer, we want you to know that you are not alone. This organization, along with all the partner organizations, Republic Bank, the Tobago House of Assembly, we want to let you know that we'll be walking and running alongside you. We celebrate the strength of survivors. We honor the memories of those that have gone. And we want to say that hope does not mean pretending that the road is easy. It certainly isn't. But it's a reminder that even in the difficult moments, there are people there with you.
And Shireen?
Yeah, I just want to say that a cancer survivor's journey really starts from the moment they're diagnosed. And at the Cancer Society, we have a very thriving cancer survivors network. The moment someone is diagnosed, from the navigation process to working with them through counseling services for them and their families. And we want to encourage people who may know us cancer survivors, someone newly diagnosed. We have a huge membership that is willing to work with you. Our experts and our professionals are standing by, and we encourage you to reach out to us. Let me just give some contact, if that's okay. So our contact numbers are 280-3353. You can visit our website, also which is cancertt.com. And we also want to let people know where registration can take place, which is on raceroster.com. We've mapped out an incredibly beautiful route along the coast, so you get to enjoy the island as well. So I'm trying to sell the event a little bit here. So we really want to encourage you to learn more about the Cancer Society, learn more about what we do, how we can support. There's so many other ways, from volunteerism, survivorship network, to just wanting to be a donor and contributing in another way,
All right. Yeah. So thank you, ladies, very, very, very much for being here with me this morning, having this very beautiful conversation, and we'll talk to you soon.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you
All
so
right,
much.
you're welcome. Just about 20 minutes before the top of the hour, giving you a reminder about Same Khaki Pants. We're going to that on Friday, this coming Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And this is a very special folk musical drama set in Arima, Trinidad during the World War II. A very interesting story as well, and through music, comedy, and social commentary, the play explores the themes of cultural change, this family identity, and the impact of the American military presence on Trinidadian society. It's $200 per show, but if you buy 3 tickets, you get 1 free. It's available at Napa's box office from 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. daily, and also at Island E Tickets. You can find all the information at islandetickets.com/event/same khaki pants. Well, you know what time it is. We start linking with our sister stations from Wednesday. We do that Wednesday through Friday, and today we connect with another one of them to have a little chat about how the week has been going and what they're up to on air. This is The Link Up with Sweet 100.1 FM.
Night and day. Today, good morning, Sweet.
This is The Link Up with Sweet 100.1 FM.
Good morning, Mark and Nicholas.
Hi, good morning, Virmala. How are you doing today?
Good morning, Virmala.
I'm doing good. I have a bad knee these days, so I've been under the weather in that regard. How are you? No, I wasn't playing football, Mark. I wasn't playing football.
Well, I was just gonna say
they called me to play, but I didn't go.
They did.
Oh no, Virmala, you didn't start that with Mark. I find you and Mark going down this. You and Mark going down this this road of delusion, eh?
Well, listen, sometimes Delulu is the best way to get through the day.
Yeah.
But Mark, I will see you on the field next year when we have better knees.
Of course. No, well, not the we in that one. You caught me to answer along with you.
You don't say yes. You say yes.
She caught me there. It's a good
Mark,
one,
I don't like the fact that you are abandoning me, right?
No,
because
I'm not abandoning
I stick
you.
up for you when you're not here.
I will be there with you.
In your absence, I always stick up.
Don't worry,
gentlemen,
I'm
I have to show you. I have a new coffee cup that's filled with with my coffee this morning. Do you like it?
Wow.
Really nice.
Nice.
It's really nice. It would look better also
Yeah.
if we had them in threes.
Yeah, I
Okay.
think so.
Had them in threes.
I think so.
So is that your way of saying that you would like a Trinidad and Tobago Today cup to put
We
your
would
coffee
welcome that. So
Okay.
next week, God's Spare Life, we can show our cups together.
in? I would also really like a Sweet 100.1 FM cup.
Oh,
You know?
that can be arranged.
Yeah.
You're speaking in the right room right now. So we will exchange cups next week.
Yes,
Let's
I
do that.
agree with that. Gentlemen, what's your favorite song this week? I know we were on the cast for a little bit. What's the trending song? I feel like
To tell you the truth,
Mark,
I really don't have a
you
song
still
this week
don't.
because I was so caught up in basketball, and I was so caught up in the football really. So I really didn't have a song this week, to tell you the truth. So I have to be honest with you with that. And maybe it might be like that for a little bit, but we don't know what's going to happen come next week because there's new music coming in and out all the time. So what about you, Nick? You have
For me, because today we're doing our reggae love live today. I like Richie Spice today. The World Is a Cycle.
Okay.
Like, that's the song that resonates. This morning, I don't know, I was just feeling that Richie Spice speaking to me. So that's my song for today. Richie Spice, The World Is a Cycle.
All right, that's a good one.
All right.
In
well,
fact, right now,
this
I
morning,
like that song now. I like that song. I have a song that I like. Yeah.
We're joined by DJ Kadane, so he's been giving us some music to keep us going. But
Nice.
it's been a mashup of some dancehall songs, and we've been really throwing it back. And we had some Bob Marley just now. Oh, it was that. So Could You Be Loved? Let me just tell you before we go. You know that the opening bit, the opening music on that one. It's been sampled so many times, and it's such a lovely piece of music. I know you know exactly what I'm talking about, especially you, Nicholas. Can you think of where that sample was used? Let me see if I can quiz you.
Could You Be Loved?
Yes.
Of course, boy.
Yeah, he's trying to pull it up right now. So
Put you on the spot, boy.
the
Tell
music at the start of Could You Be Loved, it's a very specific, highly percussive, palm muted electric guitar strum.
I knew that,
You
But she
did?
didn't ask me.
You did?
She didn't ask me.
Yeah.
I know my place.
She asked
I
us.
know my name too. I know my name.
Listen, gentlemen, just because I left that side of the screen, it doesn't mean I forgot my radio roots.
Right.
But anyway, it was actually sampled in Big Up with Shaggy and Rayvon. So you owe me $5 for that. Bye. Have a great day.
I was going to say that too.
Have
a great day today, Virmala.
Thank you.
Enjoy your day
soon.
today. Enjoy your Thursday.
Yes. Cheers, guys. Have a good one.
Take care.
All right. Bye-bye. That was the link up with Sweet 100.1 FM.
Night and day. Today. Good morning, Sweet.
This is the link up with Sweet 100.1 FM.
So same khaki pants. It's taking place this weekend. Remember, tickets are only $200 for the show. You buy 3, you get 1 free. And as I told you, it's a very interesting story, and there's music and comedy and social commentary. And this play explores the themes of, I told you, cultural change. There's identity, family, and that very, very intriguing theme of the impact of the American military presence on Trinidadian society. So if you are interested, here's something special for you. Same khaki pants taking place this weekend.
Your thing does work out. On your... How long ago wait? How long ago wait for Guama? How long ago wait for Guama? How long ago wait for Stickman?
Hello, come out. See you there.
Hey, I am Arnold William, known as Piggy, playing Squeezing Dr. Ify Wilkinson's The Same Khaki Pants.
Hi, I am Nicole Carter and I'll be playing the role of Maybeth.
Hi, I'm Kern Samuel and I'll be playing Toro.
Hi, my name is Shadi Edwards and I am playing chorus/woman number 4.
My name is David Barrow. I am the proprietor of the Santi Do.
I am Sintaiki Bishop and again I'll be playing Clementina in Dr. Ify Wilkinson's Same Khaki Pants.
Hi, I'm Nicholas Subera and I play Captain.
My name is Afia Henry John and I am a member of the chorus.
Hi, my name is Benedict Russell. I am a part of the chorus.
Hi all, my name is Shavunchich Isaacs and I will be playing G.
My name is Kayla Latif and I am part of the chorus.
My name is Chizara Wilson and I play the role of Dinah.
Nikolai Salsano here again on the Study in Toro.
The plays that shake the arenas. The stories that move a nation. From football to cricket, track to tennis, every win, every rivalry, every headline. This is where Trinidad and Tobago come for sports.
TTT Sports with Nasira Mohammed, daily at 7 p.m.
Being connected, it means a lot because, first of all, you can't do this by yourself.
When you have your phone, you always have somebody at your side. I could call for help, anything going on, you know.
I'm giving children the opportunity to experience outside of their neighborhood.
Digital is kind of a comfort, you feel good that people in your lives are always able to be contacted.
I was with the other network and I was having problems, so I joined Digicel and I never regretted it.
Every client deserves expertise, integrity, and guidance they can trust. At Camino Realty International, we deliver integrated real estate solutions, sales, rentals, property management, and project development. Driven by excellence, transparency, and innovation, we protect value, create opportunity, and build lasting success. Because real estate isn't just about buildings. For more information on our services, log on to CaminoRealty.com or follow us on social media at Camino Realty TT. Camino Realty International, elevating lives one property at a time.
Ever wondered what happens before the lights come on? Before the crowd pours in? Before the magic hits the stage? This is your all-access pass. Sneak Peek with Junior K takes you behind the scenes of the biggest cultural moments and the hottest events across TNT. From the sound checks to the stage setups, from final rehearsals to exclusive interviews. If it's about to be big, we're already there. Catch Sneak Peek airing daily on TTT and relive every moment on all our social media platforms. Sneak Peek with Junior K, where the story starts before the spotlight.
My mind's so consumed with pain.
You're fired.
I need this job, man.
You need help.
I have other concerns for tenants who actually pay.
So, how can I help?
I need a room. I got $40.
That's not enough. I'm sorry.
Hey, it's me.
You okay?
I need your help.
Welcome back to Trinidad and Tobago today on TTT. Well, as we near the end of the show, it is my honor and pleasure to bring on a very special gentleman. His name is Brendan Small, a transformational worship leader and international recording artist whose ministry through music and impacting audiences across the Caribbean is really keeping him going. And today he has a very special song for us, his brand new release. It's called Closer. Yeah, so I think this was just released, Brendan. Am I correct? Yes. All right, so tell us a little bit about you. Who is Brendan Small?
Okay, Brendan Small is a father of one, a husband of one wife, Adelia May Small. I'm also a landscaper by profession.
Mm-hmm.
What else about me?
How long have you been singing?
I've been singing since the age of about 5.
Okay, and that was just the other day.
Yeah.
And you've always been into religious music.
Yes, always have been into religious music and doing background for some artists.
Yeah. Any names that you would be able to tell us?
Ziggy Rankin.
Oh, he just casually said, Ziggy Rankin.
And, mainly gospel. Jazz and smooth type music.
And how did you start this? Was it your family, or did you just have a liking for this?
Well, I just had a liking for singing. When I was in kindergarten, they would have heard my talent, and I sang for my graduation. And from there, I just sang for all my other graduations.
Yes.
And then talent shows, I would just win out all. And, the rest is history.
Yeah, and now you are releasing Closer. Tell me about this single before we go.
Closer is a song that I wrote in my backyard. Basically, when I was in my downtime, I would sing. When I feel like, things were just not going my way, I would worship God.
Yeah.
Right? And that, within those times, that song was birthed.
That's really beautiful. Well, today you are here to perform this for us, and you get the opportunity to close the show. It's also a very special weekend. It's Father's Day weekend, so we dedicate this to all the fathers as well. As we say goodbye today, we'll join you on Monday, where we do this all over again from 6 to 8 on Trinidad and Tobago today. A very special happy Father's Day to all the fathers, and it is Labor Day tomorrow. Please be safe on the nation's roads. Also, I have a very special quick birthday greeting today. A very close friend of Trinidad and Tobago today celebrates his birthday, a musician in Trinidad and Tobago. His name is Drumsy. So happy birthday to you as well. I leave you now with Brendan Small, his brand new song. It's called Closer on TNT today.
We give you all the glory. We give you all the praise. You are worthy, oh God. We bless your holy name over and over. I want to be closer to you, oh Lord. Just like a tree planted by the rivers, make my leaves green. Live inside of me, draw me near, oh Your presence is where I belong. I wanna be closer, closer, closer to you. I wanna be closer, closer, closer to you. I gotta be, I wanna be closer to you, oh Lord, just like a tree planted. Oh, the rivers make my leaves green. Come on, and will you live inside of me? I gotta be near you. I wanna be close to you. Hey, closer to you. Closer to you. That's where I wanna be. Closer to you. Hey, closer to you. I wanna be. Anybody need to be. Anybody wanna be closer to you. Lord, I wanna be closer to you. I wanna be closer, near you. With you is where I wanna be. Take me to your secret dwelling place. I wanna be. Take me to your secret dwelling place. I wanna be closer, near with you is where I wanna be. Take me to your secret dwelling place. Yeah, I wanna be closer, Jesus, with you. Take me to it, take me to it, take me to it. Yeah, I wanna be closer, dear.
Hi, everybody. I am Leah.
And I'm Dion.
And we are
The
Duncans.
Duncans.
Listen, we're here to tell you about a project the Lord has given to us called the Marriage Confessional. It is geared toward married couples, those that are on the road to marriage, and those that want to get married one day.
So join us on TTT and on Facebook and YouTube at TTT Live Online.
The Marriage Confessional, only on TTT.
One day I was out playing with my friend Kevin and he was really moody, kinda sad and angry at the same time. I asked him what was the matter. Someone in his family had been doing mean things to him. He said he had to keep it a secret. So I asked Kevin, is it a good secret or a bad secret? He said he didn't know. I explained good secrets are cool things like a surprise party or a gift for a special occasion. A bad secret is when someone hurts or harms you and tells you not to tell anyone. Sometimes they might give you little things to make sure you don't tell. That's another bad secret to keep. That's mean and controlling. Kevin said it definitely fell into the bad secret category. I felt this was something an adult should help with. Because as a child, when someone hurts you, you can feel really alone and afraid. And the best people to help you are the ones you love and really, really trust. I asked him if there was any adult that he trusted. So we worked up a little plan for Kevin to talk to one of them. A while after that, I could see my friend was doing much better. Now we tell all our pals about good secrets and bad secrets so that we can all feel brave, safe, and strong. Break the silence. Child abuse is one secret you should never keep.
Good morning, this is your TTT News Update. I'm Carrie Roberts. Making the news at this time. The Trinidad and Tobago Unified Teachers Association in Tobago is gratified at the response of the central government to their request in the mid-year budget. In particular, the allocation of $15 million to jumpstart the reconstruction at the Scarborough Secondary School has been well received. Tutor Tobago officer Dion Rodriguez says close attention will be paid to the nuts and bolts of construction.
Where Scarborough Secondary School design is concerned. From my understanding, it's going to be a smart school, and being a smart school, therefore, what does a smart school look like? What are the requirements of a smart school? And at the same time, I know that the Backlet Sporting Complex is close by. Are they going to have their own sporting facilities within the vicinity of the school, or are they going to be utilizing the sporting facilities at Backlet? So all these are critical questions.
At this time, detailed assessments are ongoing to safeguard the school's structural integrity.
Division of Education, Skills and Innovation, they have a project implementation unit. That unit has been there for several years. And what happened, because as a Tobago officer as well, the staff reps, our ground officers will call me from time to time where issues are concerned and related to the division, and they make attempts to replace or fix those things that are outstanding. But because you know that Scarborough Secondary is an age school, there are always issues coming up.
Mr. Rodriguez noted that the teachers are heartened that the Minister of Finance has said payments will soon be made according to their agreement. They just await the actual time of distribution. In more news, with the new A&R Robinson International Airport terminal officially handed over to the Airports Authority, focus is now shifting to the key issue of when the facility will begin operations. The milestone handover marks a major step in the project's completion, but stakeholders and the public alike are eager for clarity on the timeline for opening and the transition to full service at the upgraded terminal.
We do have a game plan. We have a date for the opening of the airport. However, I would prefer to have the date announced on Monday.
Minister of Transport and Civil Aviation Eli Zakur is expected to be present for the announcement. The Chief Secretary stated he met with relevant ministers, heads of Airport Authority, Caribbean Airlines and other key stakeholders to finalize plans for the full operationalization of the airport terminal. He also addressed concerns expressed by Tobagonian concessionaries about being priced out of spaces in the new terminal building.
I will not support, nor do I think it's the intention of the Airports Authority to be punitive in any way, or to be extremely harsh in terms of the fees and so on. And so I think with some patience and some time, people will be moved into the airport effortlessly.
A meeting with concessionaires is scheduled for Wednesday evening. The Chief Secretary said interventions have already been made for taxi operators and car rental companies who previously expressed concerns. In some sport now, Trinidad and Tobago delivered a commanding performance in the Group 3 America Billie Jean King Cup, defeating Panama 3-0 to strengthen their push for promotion. TNT doubles team of Jordan Dookie and Annalise Rose combined superbly to overcome Team Panama in a thrilling contest. After dropping the opening set 6-7, the Trinidadian duo rallied to take the second 6-3 and held their nerve in a tense match to secure a closing out 10-4 third set win. With this result, TNT remained firmly in contention in their round-robin group, which also features Jamaica, Costa Rica and Bermuda. And that was your TTT News Update. I'm Carrie Roberts. From the entire team here to you, have a great day.
More news, more access, more ways to stay informed. TTT News covers the stories that matter on air and online. Join us nightly at 7. TTT News, committed